All right, boys and girls. So today for science this week, we're going to focus on understanding the levels of organization of the human body and our system. Now, we've been talking about cells and you've been introduced to how cells came about and the function of cells, but now we're going to see how those cells play a larger part of a bigger structure. So the human body represents the human being as a whole, as we know, we all have it, and it consists of amounts of parts, and all these parts has a purpose in the body, and they all work together. Now, it's very important that every body works properly because all of the parts are connected to each other and they depend on one another. Talking about cells, so remember, we all have cells, and cells are the basic building units of in a body. The basic building unit of a body is a cell. So there are different types of cells in the human body, each with its own function, remember. And remember, when we have groups of cells together, they form a tissue. Now, in this example, we have a group of cells together forming what we have as bone tissue. Now, the tissues all form together to one organ can contain a lot of different amount of types of tissues. This is an example of the instance, and it contains fibrous tissue, muscle tissue, and on the inside, it also has a layer of mucus cells as well. So the organs form organ systems within the body, and each system has its own role for functioning of the human body. Now, most systems have more than one function, and it is common that different organ systems do the same thing. So there's a total of 7 organ systems in the human body. We have the muscular system, the urinary system, the digestive system, the endocrine system, the reproductive system, the skeleton system, the lymphatic system, the integumentary system, the nervous system, and the cardiovascular system. Now, we are not going to go into all of those systems in great detail right now, but I do want you to understand and remember that there are 11 different types of systems in the human body. So when you're doing your review questions, you may have to do a little bit of extra researching on the internet for a few of the questions. Now, the body functions and has one particular goal. The body wants to achieve homeostasis. As you see, this is a beautiful picture of a lake and a sunset, and everything is just all well within there. So, homeostasis is a state of the organism in which all of the needs of the organism are successfully fulfilled. It represents maintaining a stable condition of the organisms. So, all of the body systems are directly or indirectly linked to one another, as we've already talked about. And this allows the body to help achieve homeostasis when they are all working together properly. But of course, we know that not everything is always perfect. That's why there are many compensation mechanisms in the organism. So, as we mentioned earlier, different organ systems can have some functions in common, and that enables the organism to maintain homeostasis if one of the systems don't function perfectly well. So, with that being said, the compensation capabilities are not limitless. If any organ or organ system is damaged and you begin feeling sick, so much that one organ cannot compensate enough and homeostasis cannot be maintained, that is when we start to feel ill. So, when you're feeling ill, there's an imbalance of homeostasis going on inside of your human body. So the human body is very fascinating. And as I said, we're going to take a look at a few of those systems that work together, not all of them. So just give me a moment to remaining presentation. So we're going to take a look directly at a few of the systems that are there. But I want to throw this question out to you while we're waiting for this to load. Do you know where the smallest bone is in your body? Where it's located? You know what system that is a part of? That will be something that you'll be investigating after this presentation. So, in looking at the human body systems in detail, remember once again, the human body has 11 organ systems: cardiovascular, digestive, endocrine, excretory, which is urinary system, immune, your lymphatic system, the muscular system, the nervous system, the reproductive system, respiratory system, and the skeletal system. We're going to review six of we're going to review what we know about six of them, just to talk about some of the major systems we're familiar with. So we have the cardiovascular system, better known as the circular system, and as this diagram suggests, the function of this system is to carry oxygen and food throughout our body to all of our cells. It carries carbon dioxide away from the cells, and it transports nutrients, chemical messengers, gases, and waste in the blood. The organs that are part of this system include the heart. Your blood is part of this system, as well as your blood vessels. We also have the respiratory system. The function of the respiratory system is to add oxygen to the blood. It removes carbon dioxide from the blood. And as you see, the organs and the structures that are part of this system would be your mouth and your nose, which lead to trachea, which go down to your bronchial tubes, which helps push the air into your lungs. And then you have your diaphragm, which sort of surrounds your digestive system. And so that leads us to our next system, which is the digestive system. And just as the name suggests, the function of this system is to break down food into units of your body that can be absorbed by your cell and it's used by the body cell for energy. So this is how your body gets all of its energy. Just like we've already talked about before, we know that our body takes in food, so we can convert that food into chemical energy that then gets stored into potential energy, and we use it for kinetic energy to move. So this is our digestive system, and it contains our mouth, our esophagus, which is that tube that helps the things get down to the body. We have our stomach, and then we have our intestines. So our stomach sits like right here, and then we have our intestines. And then we have our muscular system. The function of the muscular system, it works along with the skeletal system to produce movement. So you see the red tissue that you are seeing are all your muscle tissues. And I show you how that also works in conjunction with your skeletal system. Your muscular system moves bones and maintains the structure of your body. We want to keep our muscles nice and tight. That's why it's so important to drink a lot of water and make sure we get exercise. The organs that are a part of the muscular system include skeletal muscles, it includes smooth muscles, and also includes your tendons, stretches, and allows you to bend and move in different directions. After the muscular system, in addition, that works along with it, we have the skeletal system, and just as we talked about, it works along in conjunction with your muscular system. The muscles are on top of bones, and your bones pick up your skeletal system. And this is the support for your body, so it works along with your muscular system so that you can move, and your skeletal system is what takes your organs. So, a part of our skeletal system, we have our bones. We have cartilage, pieces of our bones, and then we have ligament that connects our bones together. And then our final major system that we're going to review is our nervous system. And this is one of the most important systems of our body because without it, we wouldn't be able to do anything. It controls the cell function with electrical signals throughout the body. So think of it like the brain. Everything happens, and it's going to control and send those impulses and signals out throughout our body so our body knows what to do. So the structures and the organs that are a part of the nervous system include the brain, the sport, and the nerves. And once again, without these parts, our system is pretty much non-working, and we definitely won't have homeostasis when these major parts are not in order. So now you have it, boys and girls. Those are the main six parts of the human body, the main six systems that we're going to focus on, and the questions are going to you deal with those systems. Now you may have to do a little research because there's one question that you just have to go out on a limb and find out the answer to. But please review the video and use the video to assist you with the rest of your activities for the week. I wish you the best of luck with working, ladies and gentlemen, and have a wonderful work week. Bye bye.